Adiepena Show.
Innovate, inform, and inspire.
Adiepena Show.
Innovate, inform, and inspire.
Ada, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adiepena. Nana wasana kuchua ni mkakra sana kaho.
Oh, Debbie. Manu na me de eyi kakra bi afifa so keke.
Oh, you swani a fan pons. Mpani pons yi twi pons.
Ah. Still are you true that?
Yo monye mo ye die gina chire ni ehwe mo. Ana pese me ba na me bo mani mpada kakra bi me hwe am sa me ho aye.
Na ho aye fe. Da Yesu ase. Neba. And na me ne ma me problem kakra.
Fidie the anything can happen.
The last papa.
Oh, what do we go?
She has done it too. What did I do, Della? You about joining Mrs. here. Let me put one or two together and then we will be up and kicking. All right.
I said, well, you know, call left kakra until was someone come no call.
Okay, it's mini.
I said, you won't finish.
You. And also, Chimbra say kakra. How do them come? Ma utimra from kakra.
Okay,
so camera no.
Yo.
After I come. That's you. Yenkrano gidi bia haboko Adam mo akwaba. I know sir machia woda.
Me yo so ba fe.
My ahwefo ne yetiefo ni na so akwaba. Me hu say ye bradela e wo line so see in life. And ye bra Mr. Cochrane on there, he's behind the scene and he's listening. So last week last 2 weeks I traveled last week, so I wasn't around to host the program. We discussed about general hygiene in men, and it was really interesting. We talked a lot about how men should keep themselves. We had a few people calling in to share their views and some of the things they want people to know and all that. So it was a great discussion last 2 weeks. And today our topic is general hygiene in women. Just like we talked about last 2 weeks, we talked about the men. This week we are talking about the women. I tried to contact Sofumami, but I think she's busy. So other than that, it's Minewo.
God will help us.
Amen. And the other, last week, there were a lot of stuff that came in. It was a great discussion. I loved it. I learned a lot. And then we are going to talk. I am going to talk about
the women also.
The women aspect of it. And say last week now, if you have something that you want us to share, you want us to listen, and maybe because you were in well, you couldn't come online to share with us.
Okay.
So will be can be and then we'll go to the women's part of it.
Okay. I wasn't on the line. Thank you, listeners, for coming.
And anyway, I'm sorry I didn't ask how are you doing today. I know I've seen you. I know I've spoken with you, and you were doing good. We want our listeners to know how you are doing today, so you can just tell us a brief of your health.
Thank you. Thank you, all my listeners. Last 2 weeks, I was having a little cold because I exposed myself to the American weather, not knowing I have become old and the weather get the better part of me. So I wasn't be able to talk well. That's why I didn't want to come on the line, because even if I talk, you weren't able to hear me last week. But last 2 weeks, but the discussions, I know it went on well, and there are few things that I want to add to it. There are so many men, especially back home in our country, Ghana, that I know last week I know something about shower and all those things came in. There are some men, even the married ones, they don't want to have shower. They don't want to be in the shower. I know you talked about it last week or last 2 weeks. And there are some men, they don't want to clip their nails. Their nails, it's not part of them. And sometimes you see their nails, it's like they are like animals in the bush, and nobody is there to take care of them. But as a man, if you don't trim your nails and you are married and you have children, what are you going to tell your children to trim their nails? Because sometimes that nails hold unhygienic things. And back home, especially Ghana, most of most of the people use their hands to eat, because most of the traditional food is it's like a bowl. How do you call it? It's like fufu, banku, and all those things. We use our hands to eat. So all these things, if as a father in the house, your nails are not trimmed, how can you tell your children to go and trim their nails? And some of the men, unless especially we from the Akan area, unless they are going to a funeral or a special occasion, when they are wearing their hinema sandals, that they will trim their nails. No, it shouldn't be so. It should be part of you. For me, I have a hard nails, and my nails grows faster. So at least once a week, if I don't trim my nails and it goes beyond 1 week, I myself, I can see that my nails are too long. And sometimes, we use the nails to do, our hands to do the man thing sometimes. And how can it happen? So, men, we have to do that. And then the other thing is the hair that grows inside our nose, inside our ears, and some of the sensitive areas is something that some men, they don't pay attention to it. Sometimes you meet a man and then you see the nose, and there are so many hair, even closing the airway. So, men, we have to pay attention. I'm a man. But if I see a man with hair in the ear, hair in the nose, and some areas that are exposed, sometimes I say, what kind of man is this? I'm not 100%, but as I'm striving, I want everybody to do likewise and we all be on board. So, and back home, I do remember when I was younger, sometimes we'll close from work and then go straight to church. There are some people, even buying a sachet of water, or entering somebody's house and requested for a cup of water or a bucket or something, and then clean the armpit and clean their face, and then at least we have a lemon or something, and then use it on your armpit, which is not all that expensive. But lo and behold, some people from work, you have shower in the morning and then go to the God's house in the afternoon, and then during the praises, everybody close their eyes and then they lift their hands. Yeshirawo asafu Yehovah. That time you are Shirayin Erade, but you are killing your brother who is close to you. Because as soon as you lifted your hand, the other brother cannot take in any breath anymore. Because as soon as the person breathes, it's so insensitive that the person wishes, especially if it's a bigger program. Some churches are so big and everybody sits too close. Unlike now that we have the 3 and 6 feet apart that we are doing. No, we sit side by side, shoulder to shoulder. So if it is like that, and some people, they will wear a underpint. I know maybe you talked about it last 2 weeks, the boxer shorts and all those things. Some people, you wear a boxer short from morning all the way to the evening. You have urinated. Sometimes you have sit down and you have done so many things over there. Coming home, instead of taking it out, this person will wear it the next day. So even if you have shower already, what is the sense of the shower? Because it's like you have a wound and then you are putting dirty thing on a wound. It's not unsensitive. Be sensitive to yourself. Pay attention to yourself and all those things. And then those who are growing beard, if you are a young man, 20, 25, and then you start getting beard, oh, then you think you are in the top of the world. Sir, if you are having a beard, trim it. Trim it. Because some people, they make the beard, as soon as you see them, even if the police comes around and they are looking for criminals, because of your beard, you'll be arrested. Because you look like a criminal, but you are not a criminal. Trim your beard, and everybody sees you and sees you as a gentleman. Because you are a gentleman, be a gentleman on your face. Trim your beard, and then there are some men. They don't brush their teeth 2 times. They brush their teeth only once. Meanwhile, the lady who is sleeping beside you, whom you call your wife, you want to kiss the person, and the person will take the hair from you. Oh, Obawe, onye you cry. Obawe, when you romantic. You are not. You are the one who is not romantic because you have eaten onion, you have eaten maybe soup, and sometimes the light soup because of the fish and the other substance used for the soup. Sometimes somebody eats and then come close to you. As soon as the person talks, the air comes out. You cannot take it. I have been in a church whereby somebody sitting beside me, the person talked to me, and I was so down with the breath that I wish I can move and sit in another place. If even in the church, what about the person that you are going to kiss nighttime? Brush your teeth in the morning and brush your teeth in the evening. One thing that I have seen is this thing happened to me too. When I was back home in Ghana, I never visited a dentist. The only time I visited a dentist was when I was having a trouble with my teeth. Other than that, I never visited a dentist for checkup for anything. But when I came to here, I have learned that even if somebody has a toothache, it affects the person as a child. It affects your learning. The way the person reasons, it affects it. So being a man, check the teeth of your children. Pay attention to the teeth of your wife, and then pay attention to your own teeth. Sometimes not only what you eat, but sometimes since that pass through your mouth into your belly. If something you yourself have germs in your mouth, that means you are eating, the food is pushing the germs into your mouth. So we have to pay attention to our teeth. And then I'm talking maybe 1 more minute and then I will be done. And then you have to have shower. The shower, if you are having hot shower, it's not all that good. If the weather is too hot, men, the underneath, the more we inhale something that is very hot. Let me say it this way. I do remember when we were children, sometimes if school vacates, our great grandmother will come and take it to the countryside. And then sometimes I will see the older men, when they come from the farm, they will take everything. Not that time we were kids, so we didn't know that they were not wearing anything under. Because they have been the scorching sun from morning till evening, they let the air pass through that secret place, and it's very healthy. The more that things that are very, very too hard passing through that area, it affects you. If you are a man, it affects you, it affects your health, and it affects your macho power also. I know you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, being a man, sometimes let that area be free. Let it be free. Clean it. Clean the under. Clean it with razor, sharp one. Clean everything. If sometimes you lie down, if you are married, you let your wife do it for you because there are some sensitive area that you cannot touch it. Let your wife help you and clean it and clean it properly and have shower sometimes with warm water. And by doing that, even if you don't have money to buy deodorant or anything that can help you to your armpit, just buy a common lemon. When you are in the bathroom, you use it and then you have your shower. You come out with flying colors. So I will not go further because it's almost 4:30. I will end here because I know these things were discussed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I'll give it to Adiepena for Adiepena, the only Adiepena one to take over. Go ahead, man.
Thank you so much. So as you were speaking, I picked something. We didn't talk about the hair in the nostrils last week and in the ear. How do you want people to keep that hair? How do you want them to maintain that hair or keep it down?
Some people, let's say, before the introduction of the HIV, like where in Kumasi, for instance, there are some people that do that and does it for money. Now, because of the advancement in technology and everything, we have those things that they sell it in stores. But even for me, I have a bigger nose, so sometimes the same blade that I use to shave my hair, I take time because I don't want to rush and cut my inside the nose. I take time and then go through it gradually and take everything out. Take it out. The same thing with the ear. We have things that is being sold in the store. You can use it, and sometimes you can let somebody help you too. So there are so many ways. And then you can go to people who clean. We have professional cleaners that are also there, and they do it. You know, when somebody travels from the bushy road and comes into town, and if the place is so like a dusty road, and the road is so dusty, before the advent of the road tar in many areas in Ghana, sometimes they come, they will be by the roadside, clean everything. They come, you see the back of their ear. Some people too, they have hair over there. Instead of cleaning it, that place will pick the dust, their nose. And then so even if you walk in town, everybody, he's coming from the countryside because you didn't do a good job. So by cleaning it, as soon as you get out, you clean yourself, everything goes out as well. So if you don't have money, the same kind of, the same blade that has come on board now, take your time, put it in your nose, turn it around with your hand gradually. You can clean everywhere. But if your nose is not big like mine and is very small, take it to the professional people. Pay a little money and then they will clean it for you. And it will be very, very good for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I also learned that some of the doctors who used to say that those hairs in the nostrils and in the ears will,
they are preventive. They prevent.
No, like they prevent like dust and certain disease-causing bacteria to get into the to get inside of us. Like when they are coming through our nostrils, the hair will block them from coming. So what is your take on that?
Okay, the same doctor who will say that to you, you will see the same doctor and he has cleaned himself. Sometimes they will say certain things. I'm not saying the doctors, they are very good. God gave them because even Jesus mentioned the doctors in the Bible. He said, those who are sick, seek the physician. That means the physician, God knows the physician. He gave them the knowledge. But there are certain things. If you are in a dusty road, like before the advent of the nose mask, you can put something like a handkerchief. Just tie it to your nose. Because, Connie, well, Papa, let me say something. I have traveled the length and breadth and the width in Ghana a lot. I have traveled in Ghana a lot. I have been in the northern region, Upper East, Upper West, the Brownsville region, Ashanti region, Greater Accra, Western. I have traveled a lot. So if sometimes we are traveling, I pull a shirt, I remember, and then sometimes cover my hair and my face and leave only my eyes so that I can see. because the more the dust even comes into your nose, as soon as you comes out, and sometimes you cough or you throw saliva out, you see that it's very, very dusty. So don't expose yourself. Now, luckily, because of the advent of COVID-19, we have the face mask. Use it when you are traveling. Use it, cover the place. And some people, they wear glasses like I'm wearing glasses today. You can wear it. Close your eyes. Don't let things pass through your sensitive area into your body. Prevent it. You can prevent it. That's why God didn't make us stiff. God makes us so flexible that anything you can do it.
All right, Elder, thank you so much. So today our topic is on general hygiene in women. Today's of Mami is not here. I know she's not knowledgeable about all this stuff. I'm just going to talk briefly, not briefly, but talk a little more about what I know how women should take care of
themselves.
I can put myself in. my lady said she agrees with you, Elder. So
thank you.
With me, I'm going to talk about the women. I'm going to start from the head to the down part of us. So if you are a woman, sometimes when we do our hair, either it's braids or it's like weave on or whatever it is, some women don't really take care of their hair. They will keep it for a long time, maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and that. Then sometimes you see that you feel that the hair smells and they don't wash it or maybe go to the salon to take care of that. So mostly I do most of my cooking in the on weekends. So if you're a woman and you are cooking, you have to put some kind of a scarf on to cover your hair. Or if you have the band thing, you can also wear that to cover your hair from the all the, you know, Africans, we like spicy things. Our food are always spicy. So you don't want all that smell to get into your hair, because at the end of the day, you are not going to wash your hair anyway. We should always keep our hair clean and nice smelling. I think the men like that. And
that's what we like.
And then when we come to buccal cavity, I'm talking about our entire mouth, the inside and then the outside. We all know that we have to brush our teeth twice a day, morning and evening. I know some women, not all of them, some women maybe will brush their teeth in the morning and then that's it, or in the evening and that's it. So it's very important to brush your teeth twice every morning and then every evening before you go to bed. And whenever we put on makeups, there are makeup wipes, a lot of them on the market. We can buy some to clean our face. If you do, like I'm sparkling now, you have you have makeup on, make sure you clean it before you go to bed. Don't like keep your makeups on, and then sometimes those chemicals that we use on our face, it's not good to last on our face for that very long time. We have to clean them so that the skin can still feel fresh on our face. And in our ears too, sometimes you see wax, very thick one. Some of the women, their wax are very, very thick. You see the wax will be coming, dripping from the inside out. When you are standing by someone, you can see the wax in there. So it's very important to you clean those wax with Sister Vero. Welcome on board. I see you. I welcome you to the Adiepena show. This afternoon, we are talking about general hygiene in women. So if you have any comment or question or anything you want to add to this topic, you can bring it up and then we can discuss it. Elder is here today, so we can talk about it. Yeah, so we keep wax. We try to clean our wax, the wax that comes from our ears and stuff. We use earbud or whatever that is comfortable with you. You can use that to clean it. And women, some of us have folded areas. So when it comes to, let me talk about taking shower. Some people don't like taking shower twice a day, like Edda you said earlier. People don't like taking shower twice a day. Some people will take, if it's in the morning, maybe she's going to work and she takes a bath, that'll be it. In the evening when she comes from work or wherever she went and she's home, she doesn't take a bath before she goes to bed. It's very, very important that you take your bath at least twice a day. And especially if you are in that time of the month. I don't know how heavy you flow or how light you flow. You still have to take good care of yourself, take your bath twice. Some people, they flow heavily, so they take a bath like twice. 3 times, morning and then afternoon. When they feel like they are too wet, they are too soaked and stuff like that, they can take a bath in the afternoon and then take another bath in the evening. So it all depends on how heavy you flow or how light you flow. And if you're a woman and you have folded areas, some of we women, we have extra skin. We a bit more that almost so. If you have folded areas now, you have to, whenever you take a bath, try as much as possible to make sure that folded areas, they are dry, especially underneath our lower abdomen. Most of we women, because of the babies that we've had and maybe some sort of surgeries and certain things that come to play in our bodies, we have these folded areas at the back of our backs. We have folded skin in our back, in our armpits, and almost some cellulites all those folded areas. Now, when you take a bath, don't leave it wet. Try and dry it as very, very clean. Dry it well. If you are able to use powder, you can also use powder to keep the place dry for a long time. Because if you dry it with towel and you just leave it like that, you're going to sweat. You sweat during the day. I don't know where you are working. If you are not working in somewhere that you have air conditioning over there, you will sweat and the place becomes smelly. So you can use powder to powder that area if you are comfortable using powder. So I'm going to talk about women, our genital area.
Adiepena Show.
Innovate, inform, and inspire.
Adiepena Show.
Innovate, inform, and inspire.